Well, welcome to Dumfries Ice Bowl and this the final of the Dumfries Challenger Series. Heavy weekend of curling, ending in this final here, and with the third and fourth playoff on an adjacent rink. I've got Kenny Murray along with us, who was commentating earlier on this morning. Thanks for being here, Kenny.
No problem, John. Really good game we had this morning between Team White and Team Muirhead. Team White just running out 6-4 winners, and now they come up against the Swiss team, LOTTENBACH. I think, if I'm right, they reached the final last year. They were beaten in the final by Van Dop of the Dutch team last year. So, but we weren't commentating on the first end, but we're just catching up with our lunch, John. But Ross White played a tremendous last stone there for a double takeout and picked up a 3, so he's taken quite a commanding lead at the first end. But it's an 8-end game, so the Swiss have plenty of opportunities to get back into the game.
Yes, you were very impressed by that first end, Kenny, and that was a great shot to get the double at the end there, and taking a 3 in the first end. It's quite an uphill struggle for LOTTENBACH from the start, So, however, they played well earlier on against Team Gallagher and played some great shots. As Team Gallagher weren't giving them much leeway, but they managed to get through. So
just one end basically, I think, cost Team Gallagher the game, losing a 3 at the 7th end. To go 2 down playing the last, and you're always in an uphill battle against teams of this calibre, getting 2 or 3 back at the last end.
The whole weekend has been seen some fantastic shots being played, and it'll be quite interesting to see if we can actually look back and maybe get a replay and add them all together, because there'll probably be every game that we've recorded there's some great shots being played. So
I know that, but just looking at the percentages from Team White in the semi-final, David and I both thought Team White would be in the 90s on an average for their team. It would be 90%. I think it was about the 6th end before Ross really had to play a hit. It was just draw and guard. They were always in command until Team Muirhead turned the hammer over and started getting in control of the end. We putting their centre line guards on. But it was just an really impressive game of curling. But again, these teams I think we counted them earlier on, was 4 teams in the top 30 now in the world rankings from Scotland.
Quite impressive.
Maybe even 5. I'm not sure where Cammy Bice's team ranked. They must be in the vicinity of that as well. Right.
I think we'll see some guards being shifted here, Kenny.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and move them about. This is roughly what happened in the semi-final, John. They got 1 stone in and just kept guarding it, and Team Muirhead just couldn't get themselves into a position to manoeuvre their stones round about.
It's amazing how one simple rule change can change the whole complexities of the game. So it has. But one of the things that I don't think will be happening here is much time wasting, because Team LOTTENBACH have got a flight to meet later on this afternoon.
That was we just wondered when they were flying home.
But unfortunately, they didn't get the split and take both yellows out there. Team White have been playing abroad quite a lot this year, either in Europe or Canada, and it's my understanding that he's not failed to make the knockout stages in any of the tournaments that he's been entered in. So.
No, I think you're quite right, John. I think they've had some good. They've played really well when they've been out in Canada. They were out. I think it's twice they've been out in Canada, and you're right. I think they have reached the last 8 in most occasions.
They got to the semi-final in a major Canadian tournament there, which the commentator had said was second only in terms of quality to the slams, and there was a large volume of Canadian ranking points available in that particular competition. So he got through to the semi-finals in one section, and Mowat got through the semi-finals in another section. Unfortunately, both of them were taken out at that point, but it was quite interesting to listen to the Canadian commentators about just how our teams were getting on.
Just exactly what I think what Ross asked for there, a guard by Duncan McFadden. I think the Swiss team are going here for the run back. The way the Stones are lying short of the house here, John, if Ross continues to put the guards on, the draw at the 4 foot's not easy.
You're quite right, Kenny. I hadn't really thought about that. But they're just blocking the...
Just to keep putting one in the centre line, and there's enough stones on the wide side to... This might just... a bit rather too far, but
So the yellow's still hanging on the side there, and it'll be interesting to see where we make the play now. Am I correct in saying, Kenny, that this will be the first year that this particular team has been working with Ross, or is this the second season?
It's his first season since they reformed. Last year, I think Robin Bryden aged out, or the juniors.
Right.
So Ross brought in, I think it's James Craig played with him last year, but this year they went back to what their lineup was when they got silver in Aberdeen.
Is that how it worked?
I think, to be fair to Ross, I think Ross is actually still able to play juniors this year.
He is. I was speaking to his father a short time ago there, and he's not 22, so he's just still 21.
But I think they've decided they wanted to play men's competitions this year, and this is the team he wanted, so that possibly... And it's not easy to keep changing teams from competition to play in juniors and men's competitions, and he's made the decision this year to concentrate, and I think he's probably proving a good point. He's made the right decision. That's maybe what I was looking for.
I think you're right there.
So the Swiss team here now trying to draw in behind the guards. Seems to be sticking a wee bit. They're trying for the...
You think they would have preferred to just have a wee wick off that guard and
they were just a wee
nick it
shade
across?
wide and were needing to, if they got in behind the guards they would have been... Obviously they're trying to get 2 back after losing a 3 at the first.
Aye, a win would be quite bad for them.
I think Ross will just be trying to hit this and probably maybe he's trying to go over to the right hand side as we look, but wherever he goes he's going to be behind tee, so the Swiss boys will have a draw to the 4 foot for a shot.
If he goes to the right, the double's then on for the Swiss boys. If he goes to the left,
Probably double still on, but it's a big, harder double.
aye. Lot of space when you see it from this angle, isn't it?
You can. You can actually roll either way here as long as you lie short.
You can see the scoreboards, Kenny. What's the
In the
score on the third and fourth?
fourth playoff, the first end was blanked and Gallagher has picked up a 1 at the second end.
You all seem quite happy with it. Still hanging on.
And it's line shot.
So what do you think of this shot then, Kenny?
First I thought they were going to play the draw around the yellow guard and lie short, but I think they've just decided cut down their chances of possibly losing 2. Hit the yellow into blue. and force the Swiss to draw the 4 foot. Or draw the 8 foot actually for get their 1.
Good call from them. Good result, they'll be pleased with that.
They could be going to take... No, they're not. I think they're playing the draw. And Team White will be quite happy to turn the hammer over losing a 1.
Definitely. But early days yet.
So this is the last stone at the second end. I think it's drawing now. It just needs to get by the guard. A bit fortunate there to get the shot. They were good weight, but I think it was just hung out there. But I think it just came enough and the wee rub gave them shot. So Team White lead 3-1 after 2 ends. just into the third end now, and I think Team White line shot, but just peeling off guards. Obviously 3-1 up, they're not wanting too much lying around the front end. In fact, it's actually the Swiss boys that are line shot, I think, John, in there.
I think they are. What do you think, Kenny?
They are line
a 2 or a blank end for White? What's your choice?
I think they'll be quite happy with a blank end.
No many guards out, is there?
No. No, Team White have been clearing off the last 2 or 3 stones. I think he'll lift the front yellow, John, onto the blues.
Bit team discussion here. Any changes in the scores next door, Kenny?
Yeah, just finished the third end there, and Team Muirhead have picked up a 3 at the third end, and they lead 3-1.
So Kenny was just calling this to me as the shot to play. He's quite confident that they'll get it.
It was the shot to play, but he just didn't quite pull it off the way. He just didn't swing enough. He just needed to come another half inch, and I think he would have been nailed blue to blue. But got to watch what he's doing here, because the Swiss boys could actually put the guard back on again, or will put the guard back on again. I mean, there's line 2 against him at the moment. And the only difference this time, John, is it's actually blues. I don't think he's actually taking the guard out. I could see half a blue stone. Can you?
I would say so.
If he gets this at all, I think he'll take both blues. You just need to show them an edge, and 9 times out of 10 they nail it. A wee bit of debate now, I think, who's shot, but we're down to skip stones here in the third end.
I'm not sure what they decided on there, Kenny.
I think a draw round. I don't know who's line shot. I think it's blue. From this angle it looks blue, but
Just tap the blue back and just move it back a wee
I
bit.
thought they could actually just about draw straight to the yellow. There's a long guard they're coming round. I think they're only going in this hand because that yellow and it's sitting away out front's possibly giving them a tight line to play draw weight. He draws this right round behind the guard and sits inside the four to lie 2 shots. Playing the guard, John. So the fact that he's played the guard would indicate to me that blue line shot.
Ah, you're right there, Kenny. Thinking driving that long guard up and taking that front blue away then.
We're trying to make things as easy as possible for his last stone if he's got to draw the 4 foot anyway.
Discussion time.
I think the danger of trying to take away the stone that's just been played is the fact that if he doesn't get 100%, it could go on the face of the yellow, which would mean he would lie 2 against him. I don't think he can get to the inside to get the double. Like he's doing the run back on the centre line guard. Bang, 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 and all 3 blues might disappear.
And that's how you do it, Kenny.
Yes, nearly all disappear. I've just got the front ones maybe just, don't know whether that's in or out, the one at the edge of the 12 foot. But whatever happens here, Johnny's going to, this boys have got to obviously move the Yellowstone first and either lie 1 or 2, but Ross is going to have the whole of the 8 foot roughly to draw with his last stone for a shot.
Shot he played there, mind.
So I don't know whether we're going to find, well, Obviously, Team White will be hoping we don't find out whether that front blue's in the house, because I would expect, obviously, they're just drawing the fully in the 12 foot in their shot. Whether that front blue is actually in the house or not, I don't expect we're going to find out whether blue are actually line 2 here.
In the house. However, the measures tells you all, isn't it?
Sweepers just seem to be nursing it along. They don't seem to be. Don't think you can do much better. Is that John right on the button?
We play shots like that all the time.
So Team White get a shot at the third end and take a 4-1 lead. In the 3-4 game, I think Team Guller have taken something at the fourth end, but nothing on the scoreboard yet. But they have played the first stone at the fourth end, so obviously they have picked up a shot or shots. I'll get that update to you as soon as it's on the scoreboard. They've picked up a 2, so that's 3 each after 4 ends. All to play for in the 3-4 game. And here in the final, Team White have a commanding 4-1 lead after 3 ends against Team LOTTENBACH of Switzerland.
first brush slap of the afternoon, Kenny?
I'm not going to give any comment on that. I don't actually know who it was. I think it might have been our visitors from Switzerland.
So now we can start to remove some of these guards.
Problem Swiss boys have, John, is they actually need the guards to get themselves back into the game.
Aye, they're just the wrong colour of guards.
Aye, yeah.
There they are.
Again, it's just of a similar pattern to this morning's semi-final. Team White got a stone in early on, guarded it up, and with their own stones. And Team Muirhead just couldn't get in, didn't just quite play the stones the way they wanted to get them to finish. And Team White just continued to guard. I think we're going to find here, I think the Swiss boys are going to be a wee bit
A run back and
aggressive and try move
our left as we look at it.
I think he's trying for the double here and leave the yellow guard.
Aye, nice look.
Just like that. It also gives them a guard on the other side now as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what Ross might do here. I wonder whether he would take guards away or whether he would go round, but he's indicated early days he's going round.
He's not wanting to give them the chance of even a 2.
No. If he sits one here, sitting on top of the front of the 4 foot, partially hidden.
Just have another look at it from the other side.
That one just caught the guard and it's rode past, maybe just short of a couple of yards of running. It would have been struggling to have made the, possibly would have been front 12.
You think they'll try and get rid of these 2 guards now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quite happy with one and putting another guard there. Huh?
I think all Ross is wanting here is to be in charge of the front, so that if he has got to bring a stone in, it's his own colour.
Ah, that's a good call.
There's a big swing here to come round and right on the outside.
So these curlers have, some of them have been playing since Thursday night here at Dumfries. When there was 2 sessions and it's continued all weekend. There's been some great shots played. If you're interested and want to look at them, you can go to YouTube and look for Dumfries Curling, and you can see them all recorded there.
So, good
and if you subscribe, you can get informed of by email when we're next live streaming.
Good stone there by the Swiss boys. Right, a draw round to T-line, round the long guards.
This is a tap up, Kenny.
I think that's what
Missed
was
call
called.
there.
It's either a tap up or coming through one of the. Just a yard away again.
The ice crew have had very good reports of the ice throughout the competition. It's been keen and met their needs, drawn from the 12 to the button or from the centre line out. So all in all, they've been very happy with it. So well done to Graham Sloan and his crew.
And the speed's also been there all weekend as well, which
He did say that there's a fine line between keeping the speed and
I think
keeping the ice quality.
I think it's a lot to do with the number of people he's got actually curling. When you're down to a single game, I think the conditions change quite dramatically here. But when you've got more as one game on, it's easily it's easy to keep the conditions good.
I know that he's been working the plant on and off to do the best for everybody. But anyway, it's been a good weekend all in all, and the hospitality that's been given to the players has been really great. We've had some form of food every day, plus some excellent home bacon from Nancy Gallagher. Which was very well received.
So there's plenty of guards on here at the fourth end. I think we're going to see Team White coming through between the. Don't think they're going to try a raise this time. I think it's a draw.
Come through that hole there.
Through between the two blues and you could lie right on the. You could be right totally in the 4 foot here.
That hole on the right hand side that you can see. In his semi-final game, Ross drew through a similar port.
So a good effort by Ross White there, just slipped slightly behind the tee line, but lies shot.
Really, the only thing the opposition can do is follow him, isn't it?
Sit on it. Maybe I want to slightly knock it back, mump it back, John, to make them lie two.
No,
but the main aim is to lie short. You don't want to be wide and leave yellow line short.
Can you recollect, was there quite a lot of space between that blue and the shot going through? You know, the one on the left hand side?
If anything, it was possibly a yard heavy. The sweepers were off it all the didn't give it a lot, didn't work it a lot. It is totally hidden.
Are they on the guard?
just trying to be a wee bit too clever there to get it too.
See, I was just wondering if you know how you said that they had to move it back, that to do that they would have to play a wee bit heavier, and I was just wondering whether they needed to maybe just take less ice to avoid catching that. But it was the inside room they caught, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. So Frost draws round here and sits second shot. Swiss boys are in a bit of bother because there's not a lot at the front you can bring in. I think the important thing is here is to lie second shot. If he plays the exact same stone but maybe a yard less weight, and he will have extra room to get through this time because the hole has got a wee bit wider.
You think they'll try and drive their blue? Angled race onto it.
I think both blues are not going to go. Sorry, the yellows are not going to move. I think they're locked on. I think his only shot he's got is to follow that yellow and make sure lie shot.
Don't know if he'll be able to actually get on the inside of it to be short.
I think that's what they looked at there, John. I think that's could be their problem. And they can't afford to be tight by the guards in case they hank again and lose a 2. And well, I think the best way now they've got to make sure they get their 1.
To keep in the game.
Yeah.
Have you got an update on the score next door?
I think they've just finished the 5th end, and Team Muirhead have picked up a 1 at 5, and they lead 4-3 after 5 ends. So the last stone here at the 4th end, and it looks as if it's all over the guard. So it's a steal of 2 to Team White, and they take a 6-1 lead at the interval, or halfway through the final. I think we have an interval at this. No, there's no interval. It's 6-1 to. So 2 good stones there by you and Kyle at the 5th end. Swiss now maybe needing to gamble a little bit and put corner guards on. Try and haul their way back into the game, but
I think if they don't win this end, that they'll be looking to shake hands, kind of.
I would think they need to pick up something here, and I don't think one's sufficient. I think they need to pick up multiple. But again, they're going to be in trouble, I think, John, because this is a guard going on here and 2 good yellow stones sitting on the edge of the 4 foot.
Good result there, Kenny. Both guards away, and the shooters moved away to the side as well. That was a bad loss for the Swiss team, that not getting that into the house and behind that yellow one.
So Robin Bryden just peels it off and rolls away himself.
I think that Ross is looking just to take that blue. Well, his first one thought was to move. He would move that yellow one away to the side, out the side, but he seems quite happy just to hit this blue and roll just across to the inside of that yellow one there. It's
It's exactly what he called, John.
very precise play. Very precise play. I mean, they could take all three of those yellows, but I'm not sure that the second yellow away from us would maybe jam, would it, Kenny? Or would it actually still go out?
It depends on the speed, but I think this will hardly be hanging around. I think all three could go, but it's a big shot. I don't think the skip's that happy with it already. In fact, he's not even playing that. He's playing, I don't know what. Don't know whether that one picked or. But the skipper gave up on it quite quickly. He kind of shrugged his shoulders early days. So
well, they're not checking it, so they can't be concerned about it having caught something.
Before it was even halfway down, John, the skip moved away as if...
Maybe just pulled it or did something, which is unusual.
Turned it in, perhaps, and just kept going.
Unusual for them at their standard to do that, but... So drawn to the forefoot.
Perhaps even Garden, John.
No, I'm sure that the call was to the back of the forefoot there. Or
See, even taking the draw off, because that was the only hand you can draw, because that long guard might be sufficient, bringing you in the inside at the...
Make a break time, Kenny.
I think so.
Two blues, one yellow to come.
I think this is just going to be a heavy stone and hope that move all the yellows round about. It looks to be given not a lot of ice, so I don't think this one will be hanging around.
Well, they might come out of it okay. I mean, if they cleared all the yellows and were left with two of their blues and they were split, that would be a viable option for them.
So, good shot there by the Swiss boys, but still left one of Ross's, the actual last one played, still lying in the house. Managed to get rid of the three of them, but I think Ross is just going to tidy up the front here, take the two blues away and
let them take their one or
take
blank
the one or blank the end. That's exactly what he's done. So Swiss boys have either got to make the decision here whether to blank the end or.
Were you betting on, Kenny?
I think they've got to blank the end. Honestly, they've got 3 ends to go. 6-2. They take the one at 6-2. I think you've got to blank and try and see if you can get an end set up right at the 60. Get a 2 or a 3. In the 3-4 game, I think Team Muirhead got a 2 at the 6th end.
I will just update the scores
And
once this is finished.
6 shots to 3 after 6 ends. Team Gallagher's last stone just came up a little bit short. It was quite a tight draw and just didn't quite make it. So, a blank end here in our final, the 5th end. Team White still maintain their lead of 6-1 after 5 ends.
when you go back and have a look at the scores and see just how that first end, the three just kind of started the game going White's way from the very beginning, and Lottenbach couldn't come back other than with a 1, you know. So.
And he was forced to take the 1 because he was lying. I can't remember his quite, but he was lying 2 or 3 against when he went to play his last stone.
So.
Team White have basically dominated the final from the very first end.
Bit heavy hitting on the other sheet there, Kenny.
Yeah. Teams that are down in both games, I think LOTTENBACH and Gallagher both need to score at the end they're playing at present and to continue their games. I think now it's got down to the final. A 1's no use to the Swiss team. I think they need 2 or more.
I get the guards out there. So, a couple of options there. But Ross is looking for them to be in the house anyway. Swiss ignore this and try to get something in the corner there. Has to be well hidden because we saw earlier on that how with the swing of the ice it was possible to nick a shot out that was actually not well buried, you know.
Mm-hmm. The long guard's maybe just a bit too long. Just about guess what Ross will be calling here. Peel the guard. So again, Ross going for the peel of the guard. So I think the decision has been made, what the Swiss boys are going to do here. Quite vital, as I said earlier, that the score at this end. Present line 2 against them. In the third, fourth game, Team Gallagher have drawn the shot at the 7th end and they trail 6-4 with 1 end to go.
Sorry, Kenny, I was away there. What's been happening?
The Swiss boys played a really good stone, but still lying shot against them. But they have removed one of the yellows from the house. Ross is going for a cross double here. Just a wee bit out and got his own stone instead of the Swiss boys' stone.
So 3 stones to come.
Yeah. Try to get as big a gap here, I think, between the 2 blues if possible.
Any changes in the score next door, Kenny?
Yeah, just when you were away there, John, Team Gallagher drew with their last stone to get a 1. So they're 6-4 after 7.
I think they would have been looking for that to be right up against the yellow, Kenny.
I think so, aye. Ross has got to be careful here, just in case he gets it slightly wrong, but I think he'll be quite happy to give away 2 here. He actually could get this and lie.
I think he could take both of them yellow. He could take two
he could take both blues out here, actually.
Aye. I think that's what he'll be going for. And roll across to the right hand side.
Yeah.
Or the left hand side as we view it.
3/4 of the stone, he'll get them both. Just like that. Didn't just quite get the lie, but he's forced.
I don't think that was even in the.
No, I don't think that was in the equation. Again, LOTTENBACH have got the decision to make. Do they take their 1 or do they blank the end again?
Five down. 1 end to go.
2 ends to go.
Sorry, 2 ends to go.
But
I think they're going to risk it.
I think you've got to try something different. If they can maybe get in charge at the next end, we're putting their draw shot, the guards on, try and draw the game into the centre rather than just having to go to the wings.
I think you could be right, Kenny.
So a good draw there by LOTTENBACH, and to bring the score now to 6-2 after 6 ends, and I think we
Got a handshake on the other side there.
handshake in the final actually, John.
All right, okay. I was looking at the window.
So there it is, final score here at Dumfries Ice Bowl. Team White 6, Team LOTTENBACH 2. So the winners of the CCT event here at Dumfries for 2019, Team White. Still playing in the 3-4 game. No, they're still. Just looking back at the semi-final and the final there, I don't think Team White made very few mistakes. Their curling was exceptionally high standard today, but that's what you'd expect from them. And just, as you said earlier, John, picking up the 3 at the first end, they just basically saw the game through thereafter. So there you are. The final has concluded, and just watch the Dumfries info page for future curling here live from Dumfries, being live streamed. And thank you for watching this afternoon, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you.